Hi Stitchy friends, my name's Jackie with Cross My Stitches. Welcome to my channel. Happy Halloween. It is Wednesday, October 31st, 2018, and this is my Flosstube video number 14. I'm going to start off right at the beginning and apologize for sniffling. I have not been feeling well for the last couple weeks, and I've started getting this. You can hear it in my voice, a little bit of sniffling and stuff, trying to take stuff to feel better, but it's not working, and I just feel so run down and so just stuffed up and stuff. So I don't know if it's allergies or if I'm catching something. So again, I apologize if I'm sniffling through this. I don't mean to. I can't control it. I have some things to share. I don't have a lot. So I'm going to try to get through this because I did promise that I would have drawings on the patterns that I had in my last video. So, and this is late. I promised to do this Sunday and I was feeling so bad. My husband and I went on a camping trip over the weekend. We have our camper RV, and we went to Silver Springs in Ocala, Florida. And that's probably about an hour from us. But it's just nice to get away in the camper every once in a while. We haven't been in it since May. And those of you that camp or have campers, and if you happen to live in Florida, you know how difficult it is to get a camping spot in the wintertime, because everybody from the north is coming down to stay for the winter, the snowbirds, and they take all the camping sites. So it's like impossible unless you book a year in advance to try to get a camping spot. So I was lucky enough several months back to book 2 weekends. One of them was last weekend, and we have a weekend in February. We actually found weekends that worked for us, that we were going to be off. So we did, and it was just gorgeous out there. We loved it. It was very cool in Ocala. Excuse me, very cool in Ocala that last weekend. So it was I want to say high 40s, low 50s at night, and it was in the 70s during the day. It was really gorgeous, so we enjoyed ourselves for those couple days. The morning that we were packing up, which was this past Monday, we saw a white-tailed deer. We saw mama and 2 babies. They were probably about 6 or 7 yards from our camper, so we got to see them before we left, which was really great. Otherwise, we really didn't see any wildlife, I mean, besides the squirrels. And so that was lots of fun, and disappointing that we have to come home and go back to work, but that's the way it goes. So I did do some stitching, and I am happy to say I have an FFO to share with you. I also have an FO to share with you, a whip, and a little, I've gotten in this habit now of showing you guys tips and techniques, so we're going to do a tip and technique on floss storage, and I'll show you what I bought, so what I've gotten in the mail, and we'll go from there. So let's start with my FFO, which I'm very proud about. I did finish my Prairie Schooler When Witches Go Riding. I was doing this one right here, the little one. You know, if you watch Misty Purcell at all, this is the one she was working on, and she finally finished it. She was so excited to have that finished. I'm excited for her. Misty, it looks awesome. I definitely want to do that one, so I'm going to put it on my to-do list for the next year or two. Excuse me. And but I'm going to be happy that I have my one done right now, because I love it, and I got it done just in time for Thanksgiving, just in time for Halloween. So here it is. And I did it as a flat fold. I know we were talking about doing it as a frame, but look, I did it as a flat fold. And of course, I always follow Fauna Pfeiffer's The Twisted Stitchers, her tutorials. If you ladies are not checking her out and learning how to do these things, go over to her Flosstube. She shows you step by step on how to complete them. Now I did this one with a orange and black fabric. I didn't have much of a choice of fabric because I went on late last week to try to find some fabric to do this with, and of course all the fabric is wiped out by then, and so this is about the only thing I could find. I found a matching plaid ribbon. That's what's on the bottom here, and then I found some cording, and this is not cording that I made. This is cording that I bought from Joann's, and you can see it has a core of different colors. So when I unraveled it, I thought that was kind of cool that the yellow in it kind of matches this color here. So I thought it looked great, so I left it. I said, yeah, that'll work. So I've got cording running around it, and it just sits, and it sits on my TV stand. So I was glad to have that sitting there for the last couple days, and it's great because then I can fold it away and put it away, and it'll be good for storage and stuff. So I was glad to get that done, so yay. And then I started another piece while I was out camping, and I can only show you this for a second because this is a pattern. It's called Patriotic Strawberry, and it's from Sub Rosa. Now, if you haven't seen her patterns before, please go over to Etsy and check her out, and I will try to link below her Etsy shop. This was a freebie at one time. It says free pattern, and I went over to her site to see if I could find it, but I couldn't find it. Now, I did not check to see if she had a blog or anything that was on there, but I could not find it. So I'm going to give it a quick show because it does say it was a free pattern, and it was called Patriotic Strawberry. There it is. And I'm going to use that as a backing piece. And there it is. And I really love how it turned out. It's so cute. This is my first strawberry. And now I have to go look up some instructions to see how to make it into a strawberry. I don't think that Vanna has a tutorial for that yet. Hey Vanna, could you do a strawberry tutorial for me, please? So I'm going to try to figure that out. I think I have another book that has strawberries in it. I think it's a Prairie Schooler book, so I'll look on there and see if I can figure out how to do it. And hopefully I'll have that done and be able to show it to you on my next video. So those are my two finishes, and I was really excited about that. And I do have just one whip I was working on because I was trying to get those two done. So I really concentrated on getting the Prairie Schooler one done before Halloween. I was pushing to get that done, so I kind of let everything else go to the side. And then for some reason I had this feeling I needed to start something patriotic while we were on our trip. And I knew that was going to be something quick, so I did that because I need that instant gratification of something quick sometimes. And so I did work a little bit in the last week or two on my map of Hawk Run Hollow from Carriage House Samplings. This is part of the October 1st sale that was started by Tranquil Stitches, Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. And I believe Jenny Schwartz might be doing it. And I'm sure there's several other people, but Cheryl always pops in my mind when I think of this because I think she's the one that started it. So, and Amy Loves Toads. Amy, hi. Also, I think she's working on one of them as well. Several people are in it. I know Pam from Pam and Steph is doing it. So there are a lot of people doing this. So I am doing this one. I am doing this on a 36 count doubloon that I over dyed with some tan rip because I wanted it to have more variegation. It wasn't dark enough for me, so I did darken it up a little, and I think the variegation is really pretty. And I started at the very top of the pattern, which I never do. I always start, I've been doing stitching for many, many years. I did quit for a number of years when I had my child, but and just got back last year stitching again, but I always was stitch in the middle and learned to go out. So I said, this time I'm going to try to do it on the top edge because I really wanted to. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm going to have to put you on hold. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Work was calling. And when they call, I have to answer. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So I started up in the top corner here, and I got a little bit less than this done, and then realized that I had counted wrong in the border, so I had to pull out part of the border, some of the trees, and then stitch them back in. So that's why it doesn't look like I got very far, because I ended up having to frog a bunch of stuff and then adding it back in. But hey, it's going. So I'm going to keep going with it a little bit at a time. That's all I got to do, right? Keep working at it. So not sure when I'm going to pick that back up again, but I like working on it, so I'll continue to work on it. I did work a little bit on my bird bath, my Charlie Harper, but it was very little, so I'm not going to show that. Excuse me. I'm not going to show that right now. So that's what I have been working on. And then let's see, what do we want to talk about? Um, let's talk about our little, since we're talking about Hot Run Hollow, I have all these flosses, you know. I have, there's a lot of floss involved in this. I haven't done it yet, but I was trying to figure out a way to store my floss. I don't want to put it on bobbins or anything. I don't like doing that when I'm working on a long-term project. It's fine. I keep most of my floss on bobbins, except for my fancy floss. And when I'm working on a long-term project like I am with Lady of the Flag, or with this one here, which is, you know, the map of Hawker and Hollow, I started making, and I showed these before, I was making these, what some people call dewdrops. So they're little tags that you can put your threads on and store them. So, and I happen to cut these because I have a die cutting machine, so I'm able to make my own and cut them. But I wanted to come up with another way to make them and show other people how to make them without having a die cutting machine, and doing it with punches. And the great thing about doing it with punches is not just using paper, but let me show you what I did first. I used, and this is one of the punches, this one here is a Fisker's punch that I bought at Joann's. So it looks like this, and these are what they look like. And I used old photos. So it's cut out, and then on the back I wrote the number, and these are the photos that don't tear. So they're very flimsy, but they don't tear. I can pull on them and jerk on them, and they still go back to the original shape from the photo, and they're easy to carry. And so I put my floss, I started doing it, I haven't finished it yet, on here. So just old photos. There's a photo of clouds. This is a fall foliage picture I took. There's another fall foliage picture. And I thought that was kind of neat. I can just put them on a ring. So they do have a little hole at the top. I can put them on a ring and store my flosses. And I'll tell you, I like to do, so I take them and I just roll until it's really tight, and then let it curl on itself. And then you have your little, you know, that one didn't work. See, it never works when you want it to work, right? They will stay though. So you curl them up and stay and just tuck them through. Right? So I can make them smaller if I want to make them smaller. So I can do it like that, and then they're just small ones. And I can still put them on a ring, and they're fine, and they have their numbers and everything. So you can do that. You can buy a punch like I did at Joann's and punch them out and use photos. Now when you're using photos, you want to make sure that you're using because I mean, how many people don't have tons and tons of photos they're never going to use? They're sitting in a drawer somewhere, just old photos. This one happened to be just a photo of flowers. I got photos of animals, scenery, right, the sunsets. So when you're looking at your old photos, if your photo can tear, you don't want to use that because it's just plain paper, so it won't work. Well, I mean, it will work, but it won't be indestructible. It will tear at some point. When you're pulling it out or moving it, they'll end up getting torn. So try not to use pictures that will tear in your hands. This one, which I punched out of already, if I go to tear it, you can't. It won't tear. It's made of a certain material, and I can't tell you where this photo came from, but I've used different developers, and some of my pictures are like this where they won't tear. This is a perfect picture to punch out of and make thread drops, whatever shape you want. Now I did another set, and I'll be darned if I know what happened to it. Maybe I put it in the bag here. Hold on. Hold, please. Let's see. See, those are those. See, I've got a bunch of those done, and I did some other ones, and I'm going to make a liar out of myself now because I'm not going to be able to find them. What did I do with them? So, okay, so I'll do them while I'm talking to you. So, you can make thread drops out of just regular punches. So I have circle punches. So this is just a circle punch, and then I have one that has a smaller hole. And then I have one of the little, I think this is a 1/4 inch punch you get in the craft department and the paper crafting department. That's where you can get punches, in the paper crafting department. And just take let me get my cutter so I can show you. Just take a cutter. I'm going to cut one of these by 1.5 by 2.5, I think is what I did. So there's 2.5, 1.5, So I cut my pictures up. So I got a picture, just a part of the picture. This is one of the pictures that won't tear. And you can turn your punch upside down so you can see. So when I stick my picture in there, I can see where I'm punching. And what I'm looking at is I'm just making sure that I've cleared all the sides and stuff and that I'm even. So I'm going to punch that. So there's my hole. And then I can use my other punch. So I'm just going to use a smaller punch and put it in, even it out, punch, thread drop. There you go. You can put your ring through here. You can put your threads through here. If you want to make it a little more fancy, I have like a little corner cutter thing. I have all these from when I was doing paper crafting years ago. Some of it I still had, some of it I just bought. So I made the little corners. So, and it's durable, it won't tear. You can use it and you can make your own. So just thought somebody might find that interesting to be able to do. Of course, you take a Sharpie and you can write on the back the color of your floss, and you can store them. So just like these are stored on the teardrop ones, and then I have the other ones I showed you. Now I don't know where I'm at. Right? So now I got them all on here, and I can just put them on a ring. And like I said, if I want to roll them up, I don't want them long, I could just roll them up. And it works great. And the great thing about doing it this way, now, first of all, when I have a large project, I cut all my threads the same length. So I take my skein and I take it all the way, unroll the whole thing, and then double it, I think it's 3 times, until it's the length that I want, that I would work with that thread. And I cut the ends. So I wish I could show you. I don't have one available. I'll try to insert a video here that will show you how I cut my threads. So I will pause for a second while I make sure that I get that video in right here. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how I cut my threads the same length when I'm using a thread drop, or one of these or one of these, how I cut my threads so they're all the same, because I pretty much do either 1 thread or 2 thread. It's very rare I do 3 threads for stitching, 3 lengths of skein, lengths of floss for stitching. So I took a floss and I took it out of there, and I've got each end in my hand. So I'm going to put it together and get it all lined up again. So hold on a second while I do this. So I've got the 2 ends together there, and then I'm going all the way down. I kind of shake it out on the floor here and get it unwrinkled. Go all the way to the end. So I've got the 2 ends again. I'm going to match those 2 up. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go all the way to the end. Right, so I folded it now. I folded it once, I fold twice, and I fold 3 times. So I think that's what I do, 3 times. So there it is. So you can see I've got it in my hand 3 times. And then I fold it the last time, so 4 times. This is the length right here. So there it is. So, and it's probably, let me see, I'll tell you how long it is. Got my little ruler here. It is probably 12, oops, hold on, 12 and 6, 18 inches. So 18 inches, and it's actually 36 folded over. So I only cut one end. So I find the end that already has the cuts, that has the end pieces, and I cut the rest of these. So I'm going to, oops, sorry, I dropped my scissors. So I cut all the rest of these lengths. So I have this side cut. I have this side with still the loop on it. Okay, so there it is. So then I take my little thread drop and I take the colored side and put it through the hole. Okay, like that. Let's see if I can get this right. So it's through the hole, through the back, and then I grab and pull the thread through and tighten it. So that's how it looks. See how the little knots in the front? So that's how you do it. So then I take a Sharpie and I write, this is number 469, 469. And of course, you could also write the symbol. You could make the symbol on here if you wanted. So then when you're looking at these, you know what symbol matches your chart. I don't like to do that because I may use this floss later on for something else, but there it is. So they're all cut to the same length. So now when I go to pull, if I go to, I'm trying to get myself in a position where you can see. Oh, lordy, lordy. So when I go to pull one of the threads, and it's easier if you got a needle in your hand, you just grab on one of the threads. But let me grab one. Okay, so I got one of the threads there, and when I go to pull, you'll see it'll pull easily out, and there it is. I don't have to unravel it, I don't have to undo it. I got my thread. And then if I have extra thread, I just loop it on the same way to save for the next time. I'm going to loop that back on, and there it is. It's on there. So that's how you do. And you can, if it's, see how this is pulled right here, I can figure that out. I can just grab here and fix it. There it goes. So there it is. So you can do this with your threads if you don't like to put them on bobbins and you're looking for something different to do if you have a large project. This is great. And then like I said, I will take this, I will double it up here and go right beyond the knot and twist until it's tight, and then it will twist up on itself, and then I can just stick it through the little hole and it'll hold it, and then it stays. So it's a little one if you don't like the big ones laying around, and then when you want to get it out, you just pull and it comes out. So there you go. Hope you like that. I hope it helps somebody in order to organize your floss. So that's my little tip for today. If you have any questions or you need me to show it more in depth and actually do a hands-on video showing you everything, let me know in the comments below and I'll be glad to try to do that. I taught paper crafting for many years. I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I taught many classes and stuff, and I've shot videos on how to do certain techniques, so I wouldn't mind doing it if someone showed interest and they didn't understand what I was trying to show. I'll be glad to try to do it again with the video shooting down so you can see what I'm doing. So that was my little tip. So go out and grab all those old photos that you have and check them all, see if they won't, because how many times have we taken a picture of a sunset? Like 20 times. Who's going to use 20 times of pictures of sunsets? Nobody. I have boxes and boxes and boxes of old photos and stuff. So this is what I've started doing with them because I think it makes them look pretty. It gives me a little color and stuff, and it's reusing something that I probably never would have used before. So I like it, and I suggest you try to do it too. So we have that, and then I'm sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained because my mind is all clogged here. Let's see, what else do I have? Let's talk about what came in the mail or what I purchased, my haul, my purchases, my collection of stuff. So I do belong to a Floss of the Month club. I belong to Trish at 3 Owl Threads, and I did receive my nest egg for October. So I get Classic Colorworks because a lot of my patterns call for Classic Colorworks. I do like a lot of Little House Needleworks and Country Cottage Needleworks, and since they use exclusively Classic Colorworks, then that's what I'm getting right now. I was getting Gentle Arts before, which I also love. I love Gentle Arts threads. So at some point I'll probably flip back and try to get those again. So I got those. Thank you, Trish. I saw that Jennifer Upton had ordered some fabric by Hand Dyed by Rolanda on Etsy, and she showed this peachy pink opalescent fabric that I thought was just gorgeous, and I'm like, holy cow, I wonder if she has more of that. So I went over to Rolanda's site. She didn't have any more, so I contacted her on Etsy and asked her, can you make me one just like Jennifer's? It was just gorgeous, and I would love to have one of those, and she did. So I will show you what she made for me. This is it. I'm hoping the color, yeah, it's showing pretty good. It is like a, I want to say corally peachy pink. It is a 32 count Lagana, and it is just gorgeous. I love it. So it's a fat quarter, you can see, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I think it's just beautiful, and I will figure out something to make on it. I know Jen did one of hers. She did that, the hummingbird piece, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I do have that pattern, and I may do that on here, but I will figure out at some point what I'm going to do with that. It is gorgeous. Thank you, Rolanda. If you have not checked out Rolanda's Etsy shop, please do that. I will post it below. And if you don't see something you like, contact her and tell her what you're looking for, because she is awesome to work with. She is in Canada, but her shipping was like, I want to say $435, $450, $475. Wasn't expensive at all to ship. And she sent it, I mean, she was pretty quick at hand dyeing my fabric and sending it out to me, so I was pretty impressed. So I got that, and then I did stop off at my local L&S. I told you I was down in Ocala, Florida, so I did stop at Brick City Cross Stitch to pick up some fancy floss. The girls over there were at a monthly, I don't want to say it's a monthly, it's like a quarterly retreat, and I couldn't go because my husband and I already had planned to go on this camping trip. So I missed going on the retreat with them. Hi girls, sorry I missed you. You didn't want me there anyway with the sniffles, trust me. Anyway, I stopped by the shop and I wanted to pick up some Weeks Dye Works, and I was picking up Louisiana Hot Sauce, which is an awesome patriotic red. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to see. No, it looks horrible. Well, anyway, and then I picked Americana Blue, and it's an awesome patriotic blue because I have some patriotic pieces that I am going to start. So I needed those flosses to get that done. And then I found out over at Brick City, she has a punch card system. So if you purchase a certain amount, I don't know off the top of my head how much that is. Once your card is full, you get $15 in credit. So when I got there, I had slipped my mind that I had a full card. So I went to pay for my floss, and then she said, oh, you got a full card. I said, oh, hold it. I got to spend that $15 because I was already planning on buying this floss, but I'm going to get a free pattern. So I went and put on the hat, hands-on designs. I've been collecting these. They are so adorable. These are put out by Kathy Haberman, and it comes with the fabric to do either the top of the drum or the back of the pillow, and it's just too adorable. So I got that free. I was real excited to get a freebie. So I picked those up, and then I ended up I had a back order on a pattern. I had ordered from a cross-stitch store out of California. I want to say it's called Beach Cottage Stitchers, Beach Cottage Stitchery, Beach Cottage Stitching, something like that, out of California. I have to say that I was very disappointed ordering from this particular L&S. I had originally ordered because they were holding a Labor Day sale, and I can't remember how much it was off. It might have been 30, 40, I don't remember, some percentage off. And so I decided to order from them. And they are really not good at communicating what's going on. And it was very disappointing that I had to contact them multiple times on my original order to find out where it was. It had been weeks and hadn't shipped. No communication, not even, hey, we got your order. We're going to process it by this and this date. Thank you for your business. Nothing. So after a couple of phone calls, I finally, and they wouldn't return my calls. I got an email, say, oh, your order's going out. Fine. So I get my order, and it's short one pattern. And so they say it's on back order. So I wait 30 days. No communication. And so I call them again. Leave a message. Because nobody picks up the phone at the store. They only have an answering machine. So I leave a message. Nothing. I call again. I leave a second message. Nothing. And then maybe 4 or 5 days later, I get an email from Cynthia, which I have no idea. She must be the owner. And says, well, I got your messages and we were out of town, and I'll mail it out this week. Oh, great. So I'm like, okay. I said, I'm just following up, because if I don't follow up to when I have back orders or I have things that I'm missing, I forget. So I have to stay on it. Otherwise, I forget that I'm due it, and half the time I don't get it. And then it goes on months and I forget. So she said she sent it out, so I waited the week, I didn't get it. I waited till the middle of the next week, I didn't get it, and again with the phone calls. Call and leave a message. Send her an email. You know, you said you were going to send the pattern out. Did you send it out? I have not seen it. No response whatsoever. And then this showed up in the mail the other day, which was the winter. So I have all the seasons from the Cricut collections. And I like all the little seasons. They're really cute. I've seen lots of people doing these. Jordan Jamie from Basic Stitches. Theirs are so cute. Both of them are doing it. Grandma's doing it. And it got me really excited to want to do these. So I just want to give stitchers a heads up that if you're ordering from this company, they don't communicate well. So expect to wait for your product. So I was glad to get it though, and I'm done and I won't order from them again. I got this from eBay and I was excited to get this because I've never seen it before. And it's a Lizzie Kate special edition kit and it's called Happy Halloween Days. And I got it for like half the price it's showing there. So it says $16 at the top. I paid $8 plus shipping, so 10 something. And it comes with the fabric and it comes with some kind of thread in a little bowl there. There's something on my screen. Sorry. And so I was thrilled to get that because I had never seen it before. So, and I do have a little dachshund, so I thought that would be kind of cool. I got my current issue of Just Cross Stitch. I don't think there was anything exciting in this issue for me. That's kind of cute. Not my style, but still cute. Look at that. The reindeer. Really cute design. Let's see what else. That's nice. They got like a bell pull. It's called Song of Praise. It's actually a needle roll, they say, but there it is there. So that's kind of cute, and there it is. They show it all rolled up right there. So that's kind of cute. And then there are a blue jay and a cardinal. So anyway, so I got that issue. So I'm glad to have that. And then my issue, my November-December issue of Cross Stitch Gold showed up. And it has some really cute designs in it as well. You can see some of them here. They show you some of the designs in the book. This is the cover design. And again, I don't know if there's anything in here that I was overly thrilled with. So I may do another giveaway and give this away because I really didn't see anything that's my taste, but I'm sure lots of other people would love it. So that's what I got in the mail or purchased. So I think that's it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. I thought this, oh no, holy cow, the reason I'm doing the video. Yes, there is something else, right? So last video, I said I was going to give away some patterns. And hold on, let me find my notes here. And that's why I was doing this to begin with. Okay, so let's start with the house. So I had shown this pattern, which was the house, and it's called Christmas All Through the House. Does it say who this is by? Patricia Andro. So it takes 2 parts to do, and the tree goes behind in the cut work here. And this will be going to Madam Ice. So congratulations, Madam Ice. I know you were one of the people I was really excited about this pattern. So if you will contact me in my email, I'll put it below. I will be glad to send that out to you. And then I have the Nativity set. This was a 3-part series and 3 different issues of a magazine. And they're really adorable. And this will be going to Penny, Crafty 1 Cent. Congratulations, Penny. Send me your email address through my email. Or send me your home address through my email. And I will get that mailed out to you. The next one is the Cardinals. So I had mentioned before that I had gotten this magazine twice. I kept one, but I'm going to give one away because it is just a beautiful Christmas design. It has a lot of sparkle in it. I know you can't see that in the picture, but it's really gorgeous. And the winner of this is Julie Tippy. So Julie, if you will contact me through my email below, I will be glad to send this out to you. Congratulations. And for the big one, which is the Christmas ornament issue, I ended up with 2 copies by mistake. So I said I would give this one away. And I had several people ask for this. I did do a random number generator, and I got Sue Oberfeld. So Sue, congratulations, you won the Christmas ornament issue. If you'll contact me below, I will get this in the mail to you. Thank you for everybody who asked to win something. I greatly appreciate it. It was lots of fun to give this stuff away. I will definitely be doing more of giving away of patterns. In fact, let me see if I can come up with something right now, because I have a tote under here with a bunch of stuff in it. Let's see. And let me see if I have anything off the top of my head. Nope, maybe I grabbed the wrong. Oh no, wait a minute, here we go. Okay, so let's see. Do I have any more Christmas designs? Let's see. Because it's that time of season. Let's see if I find. Okay, so here's one. This is Holiday Joy, and it includes cut work as well. So if you would like to stitch this, comment below. I would like to stitch Joy, and I will pick somebody for that. And let's see, what else do I have? Oh, look, this is, oh, no, hold on. There's a Santa one. This is an old one from an old Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. This is Santa. So it was on the cover, so I saved the cover of it. If you would like to stitch Santa, you can comment below with I would like to stitch Santa. So I'll pick somebody for that. And maybe I'll pick something here that is not Christmas related. How's that? Marjolaine Baston's 4 Seasons collection. Look how cute that is. Look how cute. A bunny, mushrooms, butterflies, and it looks like a bluebird. So if you would like to stitch this, comment below, I would like to stitch the 4 Seasons. And I will pick a winner for that and mail it. So remember, when you're doing this, leave your comment below. You have to be over 18 in order to give me your address. I'll ship anywhere in the world, because these are they're going to get folded and put in a standard business size envelope and go to wherever they're going to go to. And I'd appreciate it if you're a subscriber and you like the video. And I think that's it. I'll do 3 at a time, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much for coming by to see me today and spending some time with me. I'm sorry I'm under the weather. I look like I've been run over by a truck. I did work today too, so I'm a little tired. We had a major visit yesterday from my boss's boss. Told everyone I work in retail. I'm a store manager in retail, so it was very stressful when you have the regional VP coming. And of course we did awesome. I was so pleased that he was very happy with the store and how it looked, and he gave us lots of praise and stuff, which is awesome. I haven't seen him in 2 years, and so I asked him, I said, it's been 2 years since I've seen you. How come you haven't been around in 2 years? And he said, well, it's your boss's fault. He doesn't bring me here. And I looked at my boss and I said, what? And he's like, well, we normally visit the problem stores. And he said, you're never a problem, so I see no reason to come out here and bring him with me. I'm like, that's awesome. Thank you so much. So I was glad about that. Stress is over. So now I just got to get over whatever's going on here and get my strength back, because I just feel tired all the time. So anyway, enough about me. Thank you so much for coming. I look forward to doing this again, hopefully in less than 2 weeks. I try to do it on Sundays, on my weekend Sundays, which will not be this weekend. It'll be the following weekend, hopefully. I can't make any promises because sometimes things get in the way. But the next time I'm on, I will do the drawings for these. And I want everyone to have a wonderful Halloween. If it's past Halloween, have a wonderful whatever day it is. This whole world is just gorgeous. Get outside and enjoy it and see all the beauty in the world that there is, and all the horrible things that go on. The beauty of this United States is incredible. Go out and enjoy it. Thank you. Bye.